Well, welcome back to Geek Beef. We are the Beefs. Steve, Andy, happy to be back.
Don't introduce me. I'm Andy Beef. And welcome to Geek Beef.
Yes, there we go. Welcome to Geek Beef. We're happy to be back with you for our third annual... No, it's not third annual. Third weekly episode of Geek Beef with plenty of new topics to talk about. We'd love to hear from you, the listeners, the viewers, whatever you might consider yourself. We're excited to hear your input on what's going on in Geek Beef Nation.
You can check us out on our new Facebook page, which we have gotten
that's right.
This week, finally.
Yes.
Our website, check out geekbeef.com.
Yes.
Everything links together. You can check them all out. Check us out on YouTube. We are Geek Beef on YouTube. And
let's pray where you're watching this right now. It's more than likely it's on YouTube.
Yes. Well, all our videos are on YouTube, so whether you like it or not, you're watching us on YouTube.
But soon enough, you'll be able to watch our video cast through iTunes, through the podcast app on your phone.
It's going to happen.
Soon.
Be ready.
Very soon. Make sure you subscribe there as well as here. Help us get the views. Not for our own personal gain.
For his personal gain.
For my personal gain. No, it's not it at all. But we are back with another episode of brand new news this week. There's a lot that's been happening. A lot of amazing stuff in the past few days to cover. Exciting stuff. Stuff that we've been looking forward to. One thing that I can't wait to talk about. But before we get to that, which I think everybody knows what we're going to talk about. I mean, it's pretty clear.
We'll see.
What we're going to talk about.
We'll see.
First thing we want to talk about is the Captain Marvel set photos. Finally, we get something that is not the green suit that everybody's complaining about. Brie Larson's in this green suit. They're doing it all wrong. And
we all knew it was gonna.
We knew it was happening.
I
don't know. Why do people get so up in arms about things that are clearly? It's clearly not gonna be that.
It's just for. That's why they do it. It's for entertainment purposes. Everyone's like, yeah. Everyone just gets excited.
Yeah, I mean, I got excited, but like as soon as they showed that, and everybody's like, "Is that the suit that they're gonna have in the movie?" And like, I'm like, clearly they're not gonna have that suit. Like,
I
as
figured
the
it was
main
like
suit.
a green screen suit or something.
No,
but
it's probably like
just their,
early. It's just her early suit.
Like even the set photos, they showed everyone wearing.
Yeah,
the green
everybody's got that
suits
suit
on the Star Force, whatever the team is called.
Star Force. I think
know.
It's called Star Command.
I can't. Yeah. Buzz Lightyear, Star Command.
Buzz Lightyear's part of the team. Yeah, but we finally get to see the actual suit, the Captain Marvel suit. It looks great. I think you took a little bit of issue with one thing, though.
No. I said the suit looks great. It doesn't have the sash.
Does it need the sash?
It doesn't need the sash. I mean, this is 2018. Make new costumes for everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but
I thought
I just like the sash has always been like Captain Marvel's, one of her things.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt it. It looks fantastic.
Is it essential to the character? I don't think so.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's. I mean,
she's less likely to be sucked into a airplane carbine engine.
That is a good thing. That's a really.
If we've learned anything from Incredibles.
That's right.
Capes are dangerous.
We don't have to worry about Captain Marvel when she comes to save the day for all of us and defeat Thanos.
Right. But we saw pictures of Jude Law in the movie as well with Brie Larson.
Yes, and he'll be playing Marvel, which I'm not. That's all I know about Marvel. He's the original Captain Marvel, right?
Yes, he's like. Yeah, we won't discuss that too much because I'm not too informed on.
Neither one of us
Marvel
are
either.
Big on. Well, we don't know a whole lot about Captain
But I like
Marvel.
Jude Law, so
Jude Law's a great addition.
That's cool.
Samuel L. Jackson, the de-aging process.
Wait, he's got 2 eyes.
Which is cool, and he's definitely losing his eye in this movie. It's already been said. This is going to be the movie. That's not spoilers, I don't think, unless you didn't. Like, it's obviously going to happen. Yeah. He doesn't have an eye.
Well, he looks so lame.
He has 2 eyes.
He looks so lame in the movie. That's
what are you talking about? He looks lame.
He has 2 eyes. I mean, everyone has 2 eyes.
He looks great.
You're not as cool if you have 2 eyes. Once you lose an eye, you become extra cool. And that's where Nick Fury
I think he looks great.
Now he's just Nick. Which,
it's everybody's friend Nick.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll just call him Nick in the movie. If he's
Nick?
even Nick Fury yet. Will they call him Nick Fury?
Why wouldn't he be?
Or the Colonel Fury, or whatever his name is, Colonel Fury. No, they'll just call him Nick. He's not furious enough without losing his eye.
That's just his last name, though, right? That's not like it's like his given name.
Whatever.
I don't know.
And
I'm looking forward to that. And what
we
else?
saw photos of the Skrull this week.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about. I love the Skrull story. And they look cool. I mean, they have the pointy ears. They've got the chins, and that's all you need to make up a Skrull.
Now, obviously, we're seeing very early photos, and there's probably going to be a lot of digital touch-ups and everything to make them look perfect. Right now, they look like the Doctor Who villain of the week, almost. Like, it looks kind of rubbery. Kind of like, remember when they showed...
They were set photos, so...
Yeah, but remember when they showed, like, the early test photos from...
Well, here's what's important, is
Spider-Man.
they are set photos.
Yeah.
Which means they're using actual cosmetics for the costumes.
Yeah.
Which is cool. So they're not digitally animated.
No, and that's good. I mean...
Costumes, which gets me excited.
And they've done that before. I mean, they've done that, I think, almost across the board, except for characters that obviously cannot be done that way. Like, if you saw somebody in, like, a big Thanos costume, it would look stupid. Or, like, you know, Cull Obsidian or whatever. But they currently look like when they originally showed the test footage for Spider-Man. We're talking about the 2002 Spider-Man when they had the Green Goblin with, like, the old school mask before he had the Power Rangers.
But still, it's cool to see that the Skrull are going to be. That's all I'm excited about. I love the Skrull story.
I'm glad that they're finally bringing them in.
The Secret Invasion is one of my favorite storylines in the Marvel comics. And I don't know how deep they'll get into stuff like that or how deep the Skrull will go, but they're finally bringing the Skrull into the Marvel Universe.
A necessary move. It was going to happen eventually. I have high hopes for Captain Marvel. I think next year's offering of Marvel movies is going to be fantastic when you start off with Captain Marvel going right into whatever the Avengers 4 is going to be called. I think we really need to stop guessing what that name's going to be, because a lot of the names that people are coming up with are very, like, embarrassing and clearly not going to be the name.
Yeah.
If I hear it one more time, it's going to be called Avenge Us. No, it's not.
Avenge Us?
Avenge Us.
Oh. I haven't heard that one yet. I've heard Endgame. Everyone
all the Boss Logic posters. Boss Logic makes all those, like, fan-made posters, which look brilliant. I mean, they're great.
Avenge Us?
Avenge Us. That's not gonna be the name.
That's dumb.
And it's like, what was other names that I saw for it? Avengers Endgame.
They should just call it.
We're not gonna call it Endgame.
They should just have Thor on the cover, and it should be called Revengers.
I hope
because they'll all be getting revenge. And, you know, he's already got the team.
It's not the Jedi way.
Yeah.
It says nothing to do with Jedi.
Well, luckily, this is the Marvel
Cinematic Universe, which is yet to disappoint us, but we talked about that 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everything from Captain Marvel, I think, looks fantastic. I have really high hopes for Brie Larson. I think next year, like I said, Marvel movies are going to be awesome because we have 3 right off the bat. Boom, 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 with Captain Marvel, Avengers sequel number 4, and then Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
Which I can't wait to see more Spider-Man.
Yeah.
On the big screen. And is there something late in 2019?
Probably.
I
mean, Star Wars, but that's not Marvel, so.
Star Wars. Yeah, we'll save that. Well, there really is nothing to talk about right now. They just started shooting that film, so it's like nothing to talk about.
Now, you keep saying fantastic. Like, all this, like, the Marvel's universe is fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, let's talk about some Fantastic Four.
Is there Fantastic Four to talk about?
Well, Marvel's probably going to have the rights back to it here soon.
Well, so yeah, it's become...
They finally start up the comic books again.
Yeah, it's almost a done deal now with Fox that they are going to take ownership, which is great. I'm really happy that they are almost for certain going to be the owners of many licenses that include X-Men, Fantastic Four. Who else? I mean, those are obviously the 2 biggest ones, but
Deadpool's in there.
But Deadpool, do you think that's going to fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah, well, I think it would be fun to see little quips here and there. You know, have Deadpool randomly appear in Avengers 4 floating in space. You know, something like, funny. Or him gets hit by a spaceship or something. I don't know, something comical.
And this is going to be the most controversial thing I say. I would love to see somebody else play Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't like Ryan Reynolds.
Well, I think Ryan Reynolds does it great, so.
Well, I think he's obnoxious, and I think he kind of...
He's Deadpool. That's perfect.
But
you just gave him exactly what he needs to be. Obnoxious.
I think he, as a person, is obnoxious. I think he's full of himself.
That's why he makes a great Deadpool.
I don't like him. I've never been a big Ryan Reynolds fan. I think he insists upon himself a bit too much.
Yeah.
But that's my personal opinion. That's a very unpopular opinion. I'm sure lots of people love him. But you're talking about Fantastic Four, and we could talk about Fantastic Four and X-Men. Let's talk about Dream Team. Who do we want to see play characters?
Yeah, like Fantastic Four. I mean, we hear a lot of people like rumors or what people want to hear, who they want to see play these parts. Mr. Fantastic, Susan Storm. A couple months ago, I think back in April, John Krasinski mentioned that he thought it would be cool.
He would love to play it because, I mean, fans were obviously making a big case for it. I think it might have been a Boss Logic poster or something where they put John Krasinski head on the Reed Richards body.
It looked really cool.
Yeah, it looked awesome. And he would be a perfect fit. Everybody loves John Krasinski. He's everybody's favorite.
Well, it's just funny because we all think of John Krasinski as Jim from The Office.
Yeah.
But now he's playing like the
Jack Ryan.
Like, I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. But I can't even, like, picture him playing a serious character.
Yes.
But
I think he'd be...
From what I hear, he's really good at it.
Fantastic. I think he'd be really good as Reed Richards.
And then people are saying his wife, Emily Blunt
would be a perfect Sue Storm. But she would be pretty much a perfect anything. She's always a great addition to anything.
She's pretty good at great
actress. She's a really great actress.
But what about
Johnny Storm?
Of course, then some people mention Zac Efron for Johnny Storm.
No.
I don't know. No. I think
you gotta get
Andrew Garfield. Someone mentioned to me the other day.
He's too old.
I mean, he's too old.
He was too old to play Spider-Man. Yeah, he's definitely too old to be Johnny Storm.
Yeah, but how old do you have to be Johnny Storm?
You want if you're going to start this from scratch, 30 years old. You want somebody a little bit older than Spider-Man. So they're not too far apart in age.
Yeah, but you can be like in your 30s and be Johnny Storm.
No,
I'm 30,
the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
like
you don't want somebody that's like 22, 23 in that age range. Andrew Garfield's like mid-30s.
We're talking about that, and you look at Tom Holland. How old is Tom Holland?
21.
Yeah, and
20.
He's playing a
20 or 21.
And he's playing a teenager in Spider-Man. So,
but he still looks like a kid.
Right. So does Andrew Garfield.
No, he doesn't. This is the same argument that everybody made when he was playing a high school student. What was it back in 2012 in The Amazing Spider-Man, which recently rewatched. Not a good Spider-Man movie at all. Like, really bad Spider-Man movie.
It really wasn't that bad.
It was. Have you watched it recently?
Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man, and then there was Amazing Spider-Man 2.
They're both bad.
They're not bad.
One's bad, one's worse. I love Spider-Man. Those are two bad movies. I remember. Okay, when that movie when that movie originally came out, I was really excited about it. I loved it in theaters. I watched it a billion times. I recently rewatched it after reading the comics. That's
because you're so into Tom Holland's Spider-Man right now, which is really good. Which is really good.
I mean, he's a really good Spider-Man.
In relation to like Tom Holland and the Tobey Maguire films, we need to table all the Spider-Man talk for another day where we talk about just Spider-Man.
Who is the best Spider-Man, on-screen Spider-Man? I think I have my opinion. I don't know where you stand. I think we do stand.
I don't know. I kind of.
What we should
I take good things and bad things from each one of them. So
what we should do though is like we both pick. We should get a third person in here.
Yeah, we'll have more.
And then we all pick who. We make an argument and see who would be the winner.
Sure.
Who has the best case for the best Spider-Man? We'll save that for another episode in the near future.
And a guest, if you'd like to be a guest on the show, let us know.
We would love to have you. And also, write down in the comments, who would you like to see as Johnny Storm? Who would you like to see play the Thing? Ben Grimm.
There you go.
Who do you want to see play him before he's, a big rock monster?
And you can't say Dave Bautista.
He can't play all the roles. In fact, he doesn't want to play any roles at this point, I don't think. But X-Men, let's ask one big question before we move on to the next topic. Who would you want to see play Wolverine?
Wolverine?
Yeah.
Nobody right now wants to see anyone else play Wolverine.
I
except
do.
You. You're the only person in the world. You're the only person in the world that doesn't like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
He's terrible.
And you're the only one that thinks that.
I don't think so.
You're the only person
that
thinks that.
Maybe.
There might be one other person in the entire universe or galaxy that would
other
agree
person
with
in the entire universe galaxy.
Reach out to Steve.
Really
so you
happy
guys can talk about
for
how bad.
you that you also share the right opinion.
Now that we've passed on the fact that Steve is wrong and Hugh Jackman's a great actor and a great Wolverine, we'll move on to say...
Did I say he was a horrible actor?
We'll move on to say that when Hugh Jackman retires as Wolverine, who should succeed him for the part, since he's reaching his point of...
Didn't he already retire? Wasn't Logan his, like, grand send-off?
No, he'll be back.
Oh, please, no. No more.
We want Hugh Jackman back. But anyway, Steve, who do you think should play Wolverine? And don't say Tom Hardy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the irritating thing, because now he can't play Wolverine, and he would have been perfect casting for Wolverine.
I don't know. I don't know if he'd be perfect.
Venom. And that movie's going to bomb, and then he's not going to be able to play any superheroes. Steve's really negative tonight.
Man, Steve.
Let's talk about something positive then.
Well, before we get on to that, a message from our sponsors.
It's Happy Fun Time Beef, made with 100% all non-natural beef. It's fun for the whole family. Don't let it go to waste.
And we're back!
Yo!
Why did I do that? Forgive me. Let's talk about like the biggest news, because I think we should. I obviously wanted to talk about it like right at the top of the hour, or at the top of the video.
Yes, this weekend, a great new video game for all you gamers out there came out. The new Marvel Spider-Man game.
Let me just say this. I haven't bought a new video game in a decade. It's been 10 years since I've purchased a brand new video game. I never buy new video games. Since I got married, I've not bought a video game. My wife's not big into gaming.
It's so sad.
It is. When this game was announced, I said, I'm buying that game as soon as it comes out. Because I think they announced this game probably 2 years ago. I think they showed it at E3 2 years ago.
It's been a wait that we've been waiting for it. So
that first time I saw the promo for it, I was hooked. I was glued. I'm like, this looks like the definitive Spider-Man game, because obviously it harkened back to the old Spider-Man 2 for the PS2 game that I think was universally loved.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man 2 on PS2, GameCube, Xbox is probably the most critically acclaimed Spider-Man game. It was so well done. The swinging mechanics were fantastic. That was like your left and right trigger swinging with both your hands.
Yes, and
it was awesome.
And getting to explore New York City. And it's funny to go back to it now. And it's like, wow, this was like what we got so excited about. But
it's still, because you can still go back to it. It still feels really good to play it. And even especially with it based on the movie, because it was a Spider-Man 2 movie game.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But they still added their own characters and development into it. And it's really done really well.
Tobey Maguire did the voice in that one, or did he just do it in the first Spider-Man game?
I think he did that one.
He did that one as well. The first game, man, was rough, but the second one was just almost...
Well, I go all the way back to the Spider-Man on PlayStation 1. That was my favorite one back then. I played it so much. That's what introduced me into Spider-Man, on me. Like, that's how I learned about everything.
I know what you're talking about. But let's talk about Marvel's Spider-Man. This release. It was a complete payoff. All the hype surrounding it was paid off. It is, without being kind of punny,
use a word that's spectacular.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Yes.
It's friendly neighborhood. All right,
it's friendly neighborhood.
I've never been more impressed with the game right off the bat. You jump into this game.
It just pulls you right in.
You're in. I mean, from the very first moment where you jump through that window and you're immediately swinging through the city of New York, and New York looks perfect.
Now, this is early on. Do we want to discuss spoilers?
I would say let's not discuss spoilers. It's too early for spoilers. And I really haven't. I think I'm only at like 15%.
See, and that's what's great about this game is you get into it, and all you want to do is just swing around the city.
Yes.
You don't even want to play the game. You're just like, I just want to swing around the city, fight some bad guys. Yep. That's what happens. Random.
I've lost
things
so many
pop
fights.
up. Yeah, it takes practice.
Oh,
I mean, you haven't played games for 10 years.
Yeah,
Steve,
it's been really bad. It's been really bad. My kids have been watching me play it. I mean, my son's been flipping around the house basically because now he's like in love with Spider-Man all over again.
Does he keep on flipping and then falling over, going, "Oh, I died"? Because he sees how much you die.
No, he's like, "Daddy, why'd you die?" And I'm like, "I don't want to die."
So right now I'm just Spider-Man, but eventually I'll be the Amazing Spider-Man.
Well, I think one of the things that I'm struggling with a little bit is I have played the Arkham games. like Arkham City, more specifically, over and over and over again, but years after it came out. So I'm kind of like, because the mechanics are similar, but they're not exactly the same.
Yeah.
And this Batman's fighting style is very different from Spider-Man's. I think the stealth in the Arkham games is done better so far.
That's where I love Spider-Man. I love the stealth in the game.
But there's no.
I don't know if you've done any of the stealth missions yet. There are stealth missions later on if you haven't done any of them, where your goal is to not be spotted at all.
Yeah,
and they're awesome. They work really well. That's the thing with some of the Arkham games. There was points where you'd be playing it and you'd get caught, even though you didn't feel like you should have been caught right there. No one was actually looking at you. Spider-Man, the AI is done so well that anytime I get caught, I'm like, that was my fault. And so I haven't blamed the game for anything like that.
No. I completely agree with you. I think everything that I've done wrong is totally user errors completely. My thing is, like, there's no crouch. So
it's hard to know when you're sneaking.
Yes.
But you just got to be behind guys. You can use your web shooters to make sounds. And
that's what I have to get used to. Because my problem has been, like we were talking about before we started recording tonight, was that I have not played a lot of the main mission. And what I found out is in the main mission, they kind of show you how to do pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And I haven't taken advantage of that. I've been going around the city collecting backpacks. Like, that has been my main mission.
Yeah, that's how I started. I started the game. I unlocked all the towers, so I could unlock the whole map first.
Did that almost immediately.
Collected all the backpacks.
Yep.
And then I went on to the other side missions.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I all my towers are unlocked, so I did the jammer thing, and then I did that side mission, which was a lot of fun. Yeah. But then going into like the Kingpin's hideout things, or whatever they call them, is that their hideouts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get destroyed like every time.
In the fights?
Oh, every time.
It takes some time. You'll figure it out.
I finally beat one. I was thrilled. I saved and quit right then. I'm like, it's not going to get any better than this. But I cannot say enough good things about the game. Go ahead.
What's really cool about the game is the original story they've developed for it. It's not only that, we all know Spider-Man. We all know how he became Spider-Man. This game is based 8 years into Spider-Man's career. Mm-hmm. So we have all this backstory that, there's other characters you'll see in the newspapers about Scorpion, Rhino, Vulture, like a lot of his original enemies, and they'll talk about them. Mm-hmm. And you'll know the story just from your memory. But what I find really cool is that everyone gets Spider-Man stories and characters from different things. Mm-hmm. Like, you might know Spider-Man's enemies from the movies. So you have Vulture from the recent Tom Holland Spider-Man.
That and
you have
the classic cartoon from the 90s.
Right, the classic cartoon from the 90s.
Yeah.
You've got Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2 video game or even the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas some people go back and they got Dr. Octopus from the comic books, or some people get him from the animated series. Mm-hmm. That's what I love about this game, is the backstories for all these characters are developed in our minds of how we want them to be. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no base backstory for these characters. It's all based on what you know about these characters. So the way that I see these enemies and their backstories might be different from each person, which I find really cool about this game.
Yeah, it's like a fresh introduction into the Spider-Man mythos.
And yet you have Aunt May, you have Mary Jane, you get everyone there. You have this like really deep relationship between Peter Parker and Mary Jane. I don't know how much you've gotten into it yet.
I've gotten to the very beginning of it. I just completed my very first mission where MJ is introduced. Yeah. And I don't want to give away too much as to what's going on in that, but
you can tell the deep relationship. Like, there's a big past behind it.
And you get to play as Mary Jane. If your dream has always been, I want a Mary Jane video game, you get to do it finally.
Yep, you get to play as Mary Jane in the game. There's another character you'll play as eventually. But
yes, don't want to give away too much.
Talk about that. Yep. It's really good game. The graphics are absolutely incredible.
Stunning.
I'm a PC gamer. I play everything on PC when I can because of the graphics. I've got the most powerful supercomputer you can play games on in 4K and all that stuff. But I've got Spider-Man on my PS4 Pro, and it looks just as good, if not better, than most games I've played on PC. Yeah. It's absolutely mind-blowing. The way the game runs, it's really truly incredible.
Once you get handle on the swinging mechanics and the fighting mechanics, all those things. It's like poetry in motion.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Like I a lot of times I'm going so fast that I overshoot like my intended target and stuff. But once you get used to it, I mean, it looks unbelievable. And so many of the pictures that I see of people taking like the selfies and stuff that they're taking with, because I mean, taking pictures is part of the game. It's just, I mean,
I probably spent an hour and a half taking pictures of myself.
Yeah, it looks so cinematic.
Yeah, it's really incredible.
It looks like shots right out of a movie. It's unbelievable how perfect this game was done. Yeah. It's everything that we've ever wanted in a Spider-Man game, in an open world Spider-Man game, and more. Yeah. The suits, you can't say enough good things about.
Yeah, there's 28 suits or so that you can unlock throughout the game. So even if you don't like the new advanced suit, you get to pick like your favorite suit.
And that new advanced suit is it's a really good interpretation of Spider-Man's suit. It looks really good in the game.
It does look really good. But it's cool because you start out in the original Spider-Man suit, and then you upgrade to the new suit.
Advanced suit.
But you can always go back to the classic suit anytime. I've been playing as the Scarlet Spider, or in the blue hoodie. That's my favorite costume from Spider-Man, and I've used it 90% of the time.
And what I would say about those suits and what they've done with that is still incredible, because what I remember back from the Arkham Asylum games was, you get to unlock suits, but they always look kind of out of place in the universe. These suits, they've modernized them and just made them feel and fit like they're right there. Like the Scarlet Spider suit does not look like it's just spandex with a blue hoodie.
They've put so much detail.
Yeah, there's textures to it. There's like, I mean, it has like, of course,
the spider looks like it's literally spray painted
on there. Yeah, he's got his normal things on his ankles. What bags?
His little pouches.
Pouches. Thank you. Pouches on his ankles. All the normal stuff that you expect from Scarlet Spider. But it looks like something that Peter Parker or Ben Reilly would wear in,
it doesn't just look like he's wearing tights.
Like,
there's so much detail.
That's what I love about it. It's like, it's giving you what you want and enhancing it.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for
it. And each suit comes with a special ability that comes with it. But you can implement that ability with any suit that you want as you unlock it. So they give you so much control of your upgrades, just all the mechanics. It's really cool. The way you go into fights, the way you enter it, everyone's going to play a different way because there's so many Spidey gadgets that you can use throughout the game.
Oh, it's
One of my favorite ones is the trip mine. I don't know if you even unlocked it yet.
I haven't unlocked it yet.
You stick it to a wall and it has a little laser shoots out of it. You get a guy to walk over to it and just pops out and sucks him and sticks him to a wall.
I love it.
It's fantastic.
Just like in Homecoming.
I just use it because it's so fun. We're like, yes, go.
Everything, I don't know. From the very first moment when he jumped out the window and we started swinging through New York, I mean, I literally was giddy like a little kid all over again. I was like, yeah! Like, my wife's like, what is happening?
Yeah, I was yelling Yahoo, I think, while I was swinging through the city.
think I did the exact same thing. Yeah, that was exactly it. I said the exact same thing. It will take you away into another universe. It's oddly relaxing.
Yeah. You just spend the day swinging through New York, perching on top of a rooftop, looking down on the city, thinking this is my kingdom.
I will say that you will not regret spending full price on this game.
Yeah, it's absolutely worth it.
It's worth every penny.
And that's the thing, Insomniac Games has done an incredible job with this. We know them from the Ratchet and Clank series, but what they've really gone into with the superhero games is the Infamous series, which I don't even know if you know about the Infamous series.
I don't know video games.
Yeah, so Infamous...
This is like brand new information.
If you don't even know, Infamous is a original story superhero series that they did, and it's got its own comic book feel to it as you go through the game. Yeah, it's really good. You'll have to try them out.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Yeah,
after Spider-Man, because
I'm not. And I don't think I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop playing.
So they have a lot of experience with the superhero genre, and you can see how much that's worked into Spider-Man and why they were trusted with Spider-Man, because they did such a good job with an open world already, developing the world in those games. I think they did Seattle, Washington, was where the last Infamous game was based.
Cool.
Which isn't as detailed as New York, but there's a lot of woods and whole different feel to it. But they knew what they were doing, and it shows. It's just been really cool playing the game. It's been a long wait to get to it, but pretty satisfied. I haven't finished it yet. I'm getting close.
Yeah, and we will not give
way
away
too much time into it
for weeks and weeks, just so we don't. I would.
Yeah,
never
we'll talk
want to
about
be
next
ruiner.
week when we finish it.
Yeah, I won't. I won't be that far. I'm gonna get frustrated and probably rage quit a few times before then.
You must believe in yourself, Steve. Uncle Ben believes in you.
Ben.
I'm beef! Seriously! This meat is crazy! Call the doctor! Call the police! Call the frickin' Navy! It's about to go down! I can't emphasize this enough! Do not let it go to waste!
Anyway, speaking of video games, I think you have some news.
Well, there's a couple other things that were announced this week. The
What?
Witcher video games, if
Yes.
any of you have played, it's a huge series right now. It's been Game of the Year. I think all last year was the Game of the Year for consoles. Henry Cavill, who everyone knows right now is Superman in the Justice League and Batman vs. Superman series, has been chosen to play Geralt of Rivia in the Witcher series. Which
What's a
was kind of a surprise. It was kind of a surprise. He came out a couple weeks ago and he was speaking to IGN, and he mentioned to them, or they mentioned something about The Witcher. He said, yeah, I'm a huge Witcher fan. I read the books, everything like that. I'd love to play Geralt. Well, it turns out he already was going to play Geralt, and now we know about it. So a lot of people were
What does that
hoping
entail? What are the...
The Witcher is based in a medieval universe, more on the area of Game of Thrones type of thing. So it's going to be more of, if you don't do Game of Thrones either. This guy.
I don't know things.
So it'll be interesting to see how he does. I think Henry Cavill is a decent actor. He has his ups and downs, different parts, different things.
I don't have a problem with Henry Cavill.
Yeah. But as The Witcher, it's not someone that I would expect to play Geralt, and I think that's what most people are feeling.
The issue with,
because Geralt is a very strong, deep voice. He's like a real gritty character.
Yeah.
And with Henry Cavill, I've never seen him as like a dark or a gritty character,
Superman?
Yeah, Superman's not dark or gritty. He's just
current DC universe. Yeah,
but that's
everybody's
so
dark
bad.
and gritty. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah. But that's neither here nor there.
One of the things a lot of people
can handle it.
A lot of people were hoping for Mads Mikkelsen, which I thought would be great. But
it's creepy all the time.
He's always creepy. But I don't know if I felt he would completely fit the part either. I mean, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Who's directing? Do we know who's directing The Witcher? That's the big question. So many of these video game movies are just poorly directed.
That's what we're hoping for, and because of The Witcher, it's not just a video game. It's not just a video game; it's a book series. So there's a lot of lore to going into this.
I don't know any of this.
Yeah, there's so much lore that they could put into this that exists.
I could be born yesterday.
We'll see what they do to make it. Here, let me check real quick who the director is. Not Wither. Oh no.
It's you, Bull.
All right. Talk about something, Steve, while I look this up.
In news that you don't care about, Iron Fist Season 2 is coming out soon.
No, it is out. Iron Fist Season 2
nobody
already
cares.
Came out. Well, Season 1... Did you even watch Season 1 of Iron Fist?
I watched enough of it to know that it's awful. Look, here's the problem with Iron Fist. Casting Danny Rand. That dude is horrible. Like, we're talking about Steve Amell levels of stiffness in his acting. I mean, they even tried to make him cool and bringing him into Season 2 of Luke Cage, and that failed.
It's really hard to watch him. He was in Game of Thrones as a character that it wasn't a huge part, but it wasn't bad though either.
Yeah.
But in this, it's so hard to watch him. I feel no chemistry at all between him.
The girl who plays Colleen.
I
can't remember what the actress's name is, but she's really good.
Yeah.
I like her.
She is. But again, there's no chemistry at all between these two.
No.
And it's just hard to see him taking on this part of the Iron. I love the Iron Fist. I love the character, the story, and it's just he's done good at certain parts, but then most of the time, just like, I can't stand watching you.
Yeah.
What did you just say that way?
I can't stand watching him, period. He was so bad on the Defenders. Season 1 of Iron Fist was atrocious. It was just, I mean,
he was better in the Defenders than he was in Iron Fist Season 1.
But that's because
that's because he had this amazing cast surrounding him, making him look good.
Yeah, when you got oh my god, I mean the actor's name's slipping me, but dude plays Matt Murdock. I mean he's clearly the glue that holds everybody else together. And that's not taking away from anybody else, because I think Michael Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, is really good.
Real fantastic.
I think the girl that plays Jessica Jones is excellent. That was excellent casting. Why is her name slip my mind right now?
Yeah, I'm so bad with names, so sorry.
I usually know actor and actress names, and I can't think of it. It will come to me later. She's great.
Then you got Danny Rand.
But the kid that plays Danny Rand is just so bad.
Yeah. It's tough to watch. I'll watch Season 2 of Iron Fist, but I don't expect to be amazed by it, but we'll see.
But
I haven't heard amazing things about it. I haven't really heard too much about it at all.
But there's the new teaser trailer.
Yes, they did show the teaser trailer for
Daredevil.
Daredevil Season 3.
It leaves a lot to be desired, but we're getting more Daredevil.
Yeah.
And that's all I care about. Season 1 of Daredevil was amazing.
Well, it's almost like for Season 3 of Daredevil, they're turning it over to Daredevil. They're taking away from they're going to have less Matt Murdock and more Daredevil.
Yes.
So, but that's what's crazy is we love Matt Murdock in these movies.
Yeah.
I mean, the relationship between Matt Murdock and Daredevil is fantastic. Like, they're the same person, but they fight with each other constantly of who's he going to be.
Now he's losing himself over to the devil.
Yeah, the big thing they put in the poster recently was Matt Murdock is missing,
Yeah.
So that just means we're going to have more Daredevil.
I'm really looking forward to more Daredevil. Charlie Cox,
yeah.
who plays Daredevil.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do. I don't know if they've announced a enemy for Season 3.
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Bullseye is the enemy.
And I feel like Kingpin's going to come back. I mean, he already came back.
Kingpin is coming back. Kingpin hires Bullseye.
Yeah.
To go.
And I love the Kingpin. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing in Season 1. One of the deepest. It's like they made you care
casting.
for and love this bad guy.
Yeah, he was so crazy, scary, man.
He was just
every time.
It was awesome.
He's one of the few TV characters that made me nervous when he was on screen.
Yeah,
because you just didn't know how he's going to react to things. Vincent D'Onofrio is always like that.
Like you're watching, you're like, don't hit me.
No, it's not even, don't hit me. Like, who's he going to
kill?
Door. Yeah. That'll still send shivers down your spine. So I can't wait to have more Daredevil. Same thing goes with Punisher Season 2. I think that comes out. Is that later this year or is that early next year? It's soon.
Soon.
It's very soon. I can't wait to see more Punisher.
Yeah, I definitely want more Punisher.
That was I think the most well done besides Season 1 of Daredevil. Season 1 of Daredevil is near perfect as far as storytelling. The first half of Season 2 of Daredevil was really, really good until they got more into the hand.
Yeah, it went off the rails a little bit, but it was still really good. I mean, it still did well.
I don't like Elektra on that show, dude, at all. She was just not a good Elektra.
Again, I didn't feel the connection to the character.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't care about her. Yeah. I didn't care about. I don't think you were supposed to care about her or their relationship, but sometimes just by.
But there was so much Stick in Season 2.
Stick was great.
Stick is awesome. They had play Stick again. Another name I'm not gonna remember.
Amazing
actor.
Too many names.
So dark, so gritty.
He was really
love his character. I love his character in the comic books and the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
But seeing him on TV it was awesome seeing his character.
I think the MCU, as far as the televised aspect of it, the Netflix MCU, is in good hands.
Yeah,
it's a shame that they'll never cross over, but I can't even see how that would happen.
It doesn't need to happen. I mean, it
really doesn't need to happen. Would I love to see Daredevil show up at Spider-Man in some level? I just can't see it happening with the current Spider-Man that we have. And with
it's fun because they talk about him through the series. Like they'll mention the Hulk and the other superheroes throughout.
Yeah, and that's I think maybe that's all we need because they are more of the street level
right
heroes. let's go back to...
We were talking about Witcher. I just
the Witcher
found
movie.
the director.
Who's the director?
Alec Sakharov. Don't know who that is.
Dude, does he have any directing credits to his name?
He's done some episodes of Game of Thrones, House of Cards, Rome, Sopranos.
So, I mean, it sounds like his credentials would lead to something that would be beneficial to a movie like Witcher.
Yeah.
So maybe this will be a good casting. Or
it looks like he's done
directing.
a lot of TV shows that he's done episodes on.
Sometimes that doesn't translate well from TV to the big screen.
Yeah, Black Sails.
So primarily television, but a lot of those are more of the cinematic style television shows that are on HBO, Showtime,
sure,
those kind of things. So maybe it will be good. I don't know enough about.
Again,
the
it's a video game movie, so I don't know what you want to expect from it.
Video game movies are so hit and miss. They really are.
They're all miss. I don't know if they've made a good video game
Tomb Raider
movie. Yeah, again, I don't know if they've made. They have not made a good
video game movie. That was a joke.
Yeah.
Poorly timed joke because it probably came across as me being sincere.
And also they're making a live action Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
That has potential
with Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik.
And
I love Jim Carrey. I have no idea what they're doing, but
no,
we'll see.
It's playing Sonic is the one that played John Ralphio on Parks and Recreation. What's his name? Ben Schwartz.
He'll be perfect for the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
When I was like, I mean, he's the perfect voice. Like, I mean, I didn't think about that ahead of time. I have to stop saying obviously. I say that way too much. I'm sure you catch on to that.
Well, we'll see, because there's a lot of opportunity there. I mean, we've seen like Wreck-It Ralph recently, and the upcoming Wreck-It Ralph 2, and these movies are so good.
Yes.
So there is potential for like these original movies. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big time.
And we'll just see if. Hopefully they can do something with it.
Yes.
Again, I'm not expecting anything because...
So you got Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik. You got Ben Schwartz as Sonic. Is there anybody else?
Probably.
No. Well, no, because I almost said... Is Van Wilder himself in that movie? No, I think he's actually playing... He's in Detective Pikachu.
Yeah. No, Ryan Reynolds is the voice of Pikachu and Detective Pikachu.
He's the voice of Pikachu?
Yep.
Pikachu doesn't talk.
Yeah, well... You're not much of a gamer, Steve, so...
Pikachu doesn't talk. That's
we got James Marsden will be in...
Detective Pikachu?
No, he'll be in Sonic.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you like him either.
I like James Marsden.
You've spoken about that before, too.
No, he's a great Cyclops.
And Neil McDonough, I don't really know him well.
Who?
Neil McDonough.
No, I
don't know who that is.
Oh yeah, that guy. I still don't know who he is. Oh yeah, yes you do. That he's the dude from he was in Captain America, your favorite Marvel movie.
No,
he's the dude with the stash. Yeah, he is. He's
one
of the Howling Commandos.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's Duggan.
Please subscribe. Please. We're not bad guys.
I'm not a bad guy. He might be. He's wearing a bad guy hat. I'm not wearing a
bad guy hat. This is a Spider-Man hat. It's a black Spider-Man hat.
It's Venom.
It's not Venom.
And Symbiote Spider-Man still bad guy. Anyways. So yeah, subscribe. Again, check out our website. Check out our YouTube channel.
Our Facebook page.
Get connected with us. If you have any questions, if you want to talk about anything, if you'd like to see anything, let us know.
In the comments below. Until next week, I'm Steve Beef.
And I'm Andy Beef.
And this is
Geekbeef.